Hi everyone, it's Wendy. I'm on to do our December Mixed Media Challenge for Our Crafty Patch on Facebook. Now you're going to have to excuse me because I'm really not, I was thinking of doing like a Christmas theme page, but I'm just not feeling it, guys, so I think you all understand anyway. So what we're going to do today is you're going to grab a napkin that you like. Now this was one that I just recently purchased from one of our little cheapo shops when my sister was up visiting me, helping me with a lot of things. So grab a napkin, and I'm thinking, like, if you're in the Christmas spirit, you could use a Christmas napkin. That would look lovely too. Okay, so grab your choice of napkins that you've got. You will need like a scrap bit of paper or cardboard and a plate from your kitchen. Now it can be any size you want. I've just got one of our old, what are these plates called? Not a dinner plate, the other one. Okay, I've got one of these because you're going to put it down over your napkin to get a lovely circle shape. Okay, and really the best way to do that, I'll just move this from underneath me because I'm going to use a bit of water. Just move my book over there. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is actually just circle out our napkin. Alright, so I've just got a brush and I'm just going to roughly go around my napkin with my brush that has got some water on it, and then I'm just going to grab my napkin and pull it up this way, so you won't have a really precise edge on it, but that's okay. I'm just going to pull that up, break it away, so I end up with something that looks like that, like a circle. Oh, I've got a bit of water going in there, but that's okay, that'll dry out. I've got my fan on in here. It's just been, I've been so hot. Okay, this napkin is so gorgeous. Alright, so we're just going to like circle our napkin. Your napkin might, it will have a different design on it, so just pick whatever part of your napkin that you want to circle, and that's the easiest way to circle it, whatever size plate. Now I got this plate because it just fits nicely on my page here, so I'm going to use this page, and I just think that fits on nicely. It's given me a bit of room around the outside to decorate, and then I'm going to have the napkin on the inside. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is just make a template, or a mask, sorry, just make a mask the same size as what you've just cut or ripped your napkin from. So that's going to be my mask. I don't need my plate anymore. Okay, I can put that back out in the kitchen, and I'll just quickly cut this out. Now it doesn't have to be perfect, okay, this is mixed media, and imperfections are sometimes a big blessing. So I'm just cutting my circle mask out. This is just some scrap paper that I had been using as a backdrop for when I'd done some painting. Okay, cut my mask out. Alright, I don't need that bit now. So then what we're going to do is, I'm going to use that there, is place your mask down. So that's going to cover my image really nicely. Okay, so I'll put that to the side. So we're going to put our mask down, and I'm just going to tack mine just with a little bit of glue. You don't have to use a lot. I'm just going to put a little dot in the middle, just so that when I do start going around the outside with some paint, it's not going to move, you know, slip on me. Okay, so we've got that. Now the next one is to grab a few paints that, like, pull a few colours from your napkin. So as you can see here, like, I've got black. I'm going to be using black, but I'm not going to use a whole lot of it. I've got, there's orange, and there's like an apricot colour, or a light apricot orange, and this one here is a pale beige, which is in there as well. And I've also got white, because I think I might be toning the orange down a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to put those just on my plate here, so that I can just mix them up a little bit and make a painted outside background. Oops, this one's not even opened. And some white, just because. Okay, get that off my thumbnail. Okay, right, so I'm going to put that to the side, just put my napkin piece to the side. Now they're the colours I'm going to use, because I think they go really well with what's already on my napkin. Okay, now before I go any further, I was just thinking, yep, maybe just rip that up again. My page is pretty dirty, pretty grungy, so I'm just going to quickly grab some of my gesso and just go over my page, just so that I can get rid of a few of these little marks. Just put that under there. Okay, and it will, the gesso will brighten up my background for my napkin as well. Okay, alright, so I need to dry that. Alright, that's all dry. So now I'm going to lay my template on there, and I'm just going to start using some of these colours. I'm going to use a sponge, but you can use a paintbrush, or you can just use your fingers, whatever you really like. I'm just thinking, I feel like doing some of my little squishy circles, so all I do for that, I'm going to pick up a bit of paint, and I'm going to kind of like mix them up, and all I do is just the flat side of my sponge, I just put down and then just give it a twist. You see where I'm going with that? Okay, because I like this technique, so I thought I might just do that. and go all the way around like this on my background, and I'm just going to mix the colours up so I've got dark and light everywhere. I'm going to try not to get it underneath my mask, but you know, sometimes it happens and you will get it underneath. So this is going to be my outside background, and I'm thinking I might need a bit more paint. But I'll just see how I go first. And it's just like building up layer after layer. I'm going to need some more orange. Definitely going to need some more orange. So I hope everybody's doing well. I'm still kind of up and down at the moment, but I'm getting there. And I think by doing a bit of art or crafting is going to help me, help me a lot more. There's just so many things you have to do. We had a beautiful family service for Richard here at home. It was just so lovely, and I just know it's what he wanted because he really didn't get out much anymore. Okay, so far that I'm liking that. Might actually want to put in just a little bit more of the beige colour, just to tone it down just a little bit. And I'm just now going over, just making sure that I've got all of it just covered with something, with at least one colour. Okay, so I've got no spots anywhere. Alright, okay, I'm really happy with that. That looks pretty cool. Now I will dry that. I think that's pretty dry now. So I did write down a few scribbly notes. Okay, decorate around the mask using a few colours you've pulled from the napkin. Okay, so the next one is add some marks. So you can add any kind of marks that you like. Now I was thinking I'm going to bring in a bit of black now. And because I have got like the black in the napkin. So I've got some black paint, that's nearly empty. And I'm going to use just an old card. And I'm just going to do some lines. You can do any marks you like. You might have, you know, favourite marks already. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the mask on there, and I'm just going to go around and just randomly add a few extra marks. Might do just a couple more over here. Okay, alright, I like that. That looks pretty good. Okay, so there's my marks. I've done some mark making. Like, you can do any kind of marks that you like. I'm just going to leave it at that for the time being. But what I also will do, I'm going to add, because I like splatters. You know, you guys know that I love my splatters. I love getting them everywhere. So I'm going to grab just my white and just add a few splatters around, just still leaving the mask on there. And of course they're going to go everywhere, but you know, I don't care, I can wipe it up later. And this could all more or less dry together. I think some of them just hit my lamp up the top there. Oh dear. Alright, and I like those streaky bits too. Alright, so that's it. That's my splatters. And I've got them everywhere, of course I have. Because it's fun. And pen. I'll just wipe these up, guys. Quickly do a little wipe down. And my light, I did too, I got some splatters on my light. Alright, so I'm going to let that dry and then I will be back. Okay, alright, I'm back, guys. My background is pretty much dry. So what I want to do now is add my napkin. So I'm just going to, hopefully, I got a bit of paint under there and it's stuck. Just lift my mask up and I've got a lovely circle, and that is going to house my napkin. So there are a couple of ways you can put this on. You could use a deco glue or like Mod Podge or something like that, but when you do that your napkin will really sink into your background, which is okay because I've got a white background. Alright, or you could just use a glue stick, and I'm just going to use my glue stick. Alright, so all I'm going to do is just go right around the edge with my glue and then in the center. Okay, and then place my napkin. I think my napkin might be a bit bigger than my actual circle, but that's okay. So I'm just going to place that on there and just gently press it down. So when I press it down, I'm just going from the inside to the outside, and that's going to get the majority of my wrinkles out of the napkin. Okay, and might cut just a little bit off over there. Okay, so it does look a little bit scrappy around the edges, but you know, that's okay. I can just trim it up a fraction. I will trim that just up there though, that little bit. So I'll get just a smaller pair of scissors and just do a little bit of trimming, only because to me that's just way too much up there. Okay, and might have to add just a little bit more glue, and then we'll just press it down out that way. Can't use that finger, it's got black paint on it. I'll have black paint smudged everywhere. Okay, and then there's just another little piece here that I can snip a bit more off of. And maybe down around here. Gosh, I did quite a bit, didn't I? Going over the edge. But that's okay. You live and learn, don't you? And it's no hassle just to snip off around a little bit. Okay, alright, so I've got that on there, got my napkin down. Now, if your edges are worrying you a bit, you can just grab a little bit of Mod Podge or, where's my water brush there? Bit of Mod Podge or Deco glue or something, and just put a little bit on there, and just around the edge you can just go around, and that will actually make your napkin really fade into the background a lot more. Okay, so I think I might actually do that because I'm finding that very relaxing. Okay. Alright, that'll do. I didn't have to do a lot, just a little bit, just enough to keep me happy. So it just doesn't annoy me. Alright, okay, so you know, I think that looks absolutely awesome, that page. Now if you wanted to, you could, I'm just giving you a few suggestions, because to me I'm going to leave that as it is. I might actually grab my black paint marker and just quickly go around the outside of my page. Okay, so just going to just go straight down. It just kind of like finishes off your page. Like that. Just give it a nice little border. Okay, and there it is, guys. Oh, I think that looks so pretty, doesn't it? A little bit of excess paper. Okay. Oh, it does. That looks so pretty. Now, what I was also saying, now you can just really do whatever you have. If you have the same napkin as me, you know, do the whole thing the same. That's not a problem. But what you can also do, if you just want to highlight the napkin more, you can put your plate back down, line it up like that, and you could get a black marker and go around the outside. You could use a black pen, like a black paint pen or something like that. But I think I'm just going to leave that like that, because I really do love that page and it was so fun for me to do. Alright, so that's our challenge for this month, guys. Now this would look lovely if you want to do a Christmas themed one. You might have some poinsettias, something like that. You might put a napkin Christmas tree down and just do a coloured background, you know, around it like that. It's up to you guys. I just chose this because really, truthfully, I'm really not in a Christmas spirit at the moment, and I don't even know if I will be this year, so I'm just taking it day by day. Okay, so the prompts, I'll just run through them quickly. Use a napkin, use a plate. So you might have a square plate. You could put a square plate and do it, make your focal napkin in the shape of a square. Okay, then you circle cut your napkin or whatever shape, and then you also cut a mask like this. It just makes it easier to work with if you use a mask on your page. So that can be out of paper or cardboard. And then you just decorate around the mask using a few colours that you've actually pulled from your napkin, and then add some marks. So I've got some lines and I've got some splatters, and then you glue your napkin down as the focal into your masked off area. It's a mouthful. Yeah, and that's it. And then, like, if you want, you could also, you know, highlight your circle by going around the outside of your plate or whatever. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. I think that looks absolutely awesome. I love it. Yeah. Alright, okay, that's it for our mixed media challenge for December. I can't wait to see what you creative ladies come up with in group, because what I've been seeing over the last few months, they are just absolutely awesome. Thumbs up, ladies. Thank you so much. And thank you for all your support and lovely comments that you've left me. I'll get back. I've got to get into a routine. That's my problem at the moment. I have no routine. I was in such a set routine before. I knew what I was doing and everything, and now I'm just not in a routine, but I will get there. Okay, so have fun with this month's challenge, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you come up with. Okay, bye bye guys.